Texas Parks and Wildlife breach exposes 3 million driver's licenses and passports. Ag reports, we audited their email security, and the scores are concerning. Texas Parks and Wildlife was in the news for a massive data breach. We scanned their domain and the state's main portal. tpwd.texas.gov scored 64%, rated above average. Texas at texas.gov scored 61%, rated above average. The Texas Parks and Wildlife breach. What happened? A recent data breach at a Texas state government department, Texas Parks and Wildlife, exposed sensitive information for over 3 million people, according to a notice filed with the Texas Attorney General and reported by TechCrunch on June 18, 2026. Attackers stole driver's license information and passport numbers. This incident is one of the largest data breaches to affect Texas this year. The breach originated with the department's hunting and fishing license system vendor, which handles license sales and identity verification. The vendor's name has not been publicly disclosed, nor has it been confirmed if attackers directly contacted the agency. The long-term impact of stolen IDs. Unlike a stolen password, which can often be reset, government-issued ID numbers like driver's licenses and passport numbers cannot simply be rotated. This creates a significant long-tail identity theft risk for victims. Individuals whose data was exposed may face fraudulent account openings, tax fraud, and impersonation for years to come. This incident highlights a critical vulnerability in vendor chain security, especially when dealing with sensitive government data. Understanding our domain audit scores. At Email we conduct independent, public domain audits of domain security. Our scores, specifically for SB, DKIM, and DMARC, measure a domain's posture against email-based impersonation and phishing. SPF, or Sender Policy Framework, verifies that emails from a domain are sent from authorized servers. DKIM, domain keys identified mail, adds a digital signature to emails, ensuring they haven't been tampered with in transit. DMARC, domain-based message authentication, reporting in conformance, builds on SPF and DKIM, telling receiving mail servers what to do with emails that fail these checks, whether to quarantine them, reject them, or simply monitor them. These protocols are crucial for preventing attackers from sending emails that appear to come from legitimate organization, which is a common tactic in the initial stages of many cyber attacks. What our audit scores don't measure. It's important to understand what our domain audit scores do not measure. Our audits focus specifically on email authentication protocols. They do not assess the security of web applications, databases, internal network infrastructure, or the security practices of third-party vendors. Therefore, a strong SB, DKIM, and DMARC score does not mean a domain is immune to all forms of cyber attacks, including the type of data breach that affected Texas Parks and Wildlife's vendor system. While strong email security is a vital component of overall cybersecurity, it's only one piece of a much larger puzzle. This breach underscores that even with good email security, vulnerabilities in other areas, especially with third-party vendors, can lead to significant data loss. Our audit finding texas.gov and texas.gov. We ran independent email cybersecurity audits together at texas.gov and texas.gov on June 21, 2026. texas.gov, our audit found a DMARC score of reject, indicating a strong stance against email impersonation. SPF was a pass and DKIM was a pass. This is a robust configuration for email authentication. Similarly, for texas.gov, we also found a DMARC score of reject with SPF pass and DKIM a pass. These scores suggest that both domains have implemented strong controls to prevent email-based phishing and spoofing attempts targeting their users or stakeholders. However, as this breach demonstrates, even strong email security doesn't protect against all attack vectors, particularly those targeting third-party systems or other parts of the infrastructure. Lessons for businesses and professionals. This incident reinforces several key lessons. First, vendor chain security is paramount. Organizations must thoroughly vet and continuously monitor the security practices of all third-party vendors who handle sensitive data. Second, the long-term consequences of exposed ID numbers highlight the critical need for robust data protection strategies, especially for personally identifiable information. Finally, while email authentication is crucial, it's just one layer of defense. A comprehensive cybersecurity strategy must include application security, network security, employee training, and incident response planning to truly protect against the diverse and evolving threat landscape. This content is for informational purposes only and is not legal advice. The audit scores presented are based on an independent public domain audit of email authentication records, SB, DKIM, DMARC, and do not reflect the overall security posture of the domains or their associated systems and vendors. Email Minnow is not affiliated with the entities mentioned. What company or domain should we scan next? Let us know in the comments below.